In this video, I'm showing you how to organize your business for free using Google Drive. Let's get started. The first step is to create folders for the core pillars of the business. As you can see here, I've got 5 pillars. Whatever your business areas are, you would create your core folders based on this. Just remember, each one has to serve a specific purpose for the business. By keeping them separate, it allows everything to be that much more organized. So let's go through these folders so you'll know what subfolders you're going to set up underneath. The first one, operations, and that's pretty much the engine for your business. Things like your legal documents, your SOPs and any updates, your vendor docs or team internal docs would be there. Any things that tell you about how to run the business, they live in operations. And we have the core folder, and we would have a couple more folders on high level areas. And from there, you start to drill down to specific forms that go or documents inside of each folder. Now we're moving on to financials. That's pretty obvious. That's about the money. Everything about our expenses, our revenue. I have a different folder here, retreat planning, because it's a little separate, almost like a separate business by itself. But tax documents. And in financials, you do want to take it up a notch with the naming conventions and specify years, because in business, every year may have different financials, so that'll keep you that much more organized. So we've got expenses here and revenue. So from there, in the expenses folder, we could have something like maybe the spreadsheet that tracks all of your expenses, or maybe invoices that you pay for expenses in the business. Put everything in that folder. That way, as you won't have them all over your system. One of the biggest problems we have, worked with clients where we go to clean up the system before we can start working, is they have like a huge, maybe 3 folders with almost nothing in them, and a huge folder labeled miscellaneous or admin. Keep every area organized based on their purpose. This makes it so much easier when it's time to find those documents. Now let's move on to marketing. Marketing is the face of your business. So you're going to have all your marketing assets, current marketing plan here. Marketing assets, you could have subfolders of brand documents that never change. Maybe you've got specific logos and things for your website. And inside of there, you could also have all the images and maybe content that you use for your social content creation. So you don't have to have a lot of documents just swimming around. And notice I have Q1 marketing plan, because as we go throughout the year, you want to update your marketing plan. And if they're going to vary, like if you're doing the same thing pretty much over and over and you can rinse and repeat, that's great. But if you have different launches for products or something, you want to have your Q1 plan, your Q2 plan, and so on and so on. Separate. Now we're moving on to clients. This usually doesn't, I encourage clients not to get too bogged down here, because this is where all your clients' information is going to live. And if you have an agency, like a service-based business, you want to be very specific and particular about how you set this up, because it'll save you time later. When you have clients, especially clients, like I said, for service businesses, you're going to have different folders. You've got onboarding contracts for every client, brand assets, depending on what you're doing. If you're a service business, say you're a social media manager or a website designer, you're going to have the client's brand assets living in here. For every service business, you're going to have draft works in progress and then the final deliverables. You can expand to more folders, but it's really not necessary, because in the end, most of the client's thing and the feedback These things will encompass everything for the clients, especially if you're not also using a project management tool where maybe their information lives there. If everything's going to live in the Google Drive, a simple folder system with the docs living behind underneath a subfolder is best. And there are some ways to automate this, which we'll talk about in another video. But everything about the clients. Now, when I step back here, I wish there was a way we could just copy and paste this one client template, because we always want all of our clients' folders to look the same. You want them to have the same information. But Google Workspace doesn't have a way to do that. So yes, this will be a little bit tedious, but you can copy, create a new folder for client Suzy Q, and then move the folders over individually. Maybe open one in one tab, and the template in one tab, and the client in the other, and walk through it. Like I said, a little bit tedious, but once you front load that information, you can have everything flowing straight to the client. And a lot of questions I get are around putting things in the wrong folder. If you have individual folders for your clients, that's less likely to happen. Now, before I show you the fifth pillar, I want to pause here. If you've been following along and maybe you're thinking, this feels like too much, that's exactly what I'm here for. I set business ecosystems up for women-owned businesses all the time, so you can skip the learning curve and focus on running the business. The link to work with me directly is in the description. The final folder is archived. And while that doesn't sound like a business pillar, it really should be, because this is the key to staying organized. As you move through your business, at the start, it'll seem like, oh, only got a couple of folders, a couple of documents. But as time passes, you will accumulate more documents, more folders. And it'll be super important to manage this. One, because limited storage space, and two, just to keep your sanity. My pretty much policy on files is, as you go through time, 6 months, if you've not worked on or touched this document, move it over to archive. And a great way to do this is to monthly have a maintenance day where you just go through things just to clean up. Maybe you're moving through some client files. You're like, I closed that client out. I need to move them out. I need to check on the feedback. Check through the folders. Check through the files. I haven't touched these things in over 6 months or in the last 2 quarters. I can archive them. And you can archive them to this folder and add that folder's to your maintenance schedule quarterly, where you absolutely move the archive stuff to an external file or just delete it altogether. You want to be able to minimize the space you use. As you see, it's a free account, so you only get 15 gigabytes. So this is precious real estate. We don't want to waste it just accumulating files and letting them sit. Now you have a complete organized folder system in your Google Workspace. That is what it looks like to stop playing small with what you already have. If you're ready to keep building a professional operation in Google using Google Workspace, subscribe so you never miss a tutorial. And look for the next video where I show you how to set up access and permissions for all your files. See you in the next video.